Warning. Nothing on this podcast should be taken seriously, nor does it necessarily reflect the true opinions and thoughts of these two idiots.
Speaking of which, I came to a realization a few days ago. When I sing like other people, so I had to remember how to sing in my own voice.
I think that's because if you're trying to learn to sing, a lot of people just mimic what they're hearing, and they don't realize that you're supposed to sing the same notes, but you're supposed to sing it in your own voice.
Yeah, but I'm good at mimicking people's voices. Like, I do it with the contractors I work with all day, and I'll have the guys at the counter fucking laughing their asses off because I sound just like them.
Like who?
Just contractors that come in and talk. Like
No. Who do you sound like?
What do you mean?
You said you mimic other people's voices.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant other singers. You mimic the people you work with.
I do that as well, unless I can't hit the note, and then it just comes out as like a cat being choked to death. But I realized I didn't remember what it was like to hear my own voice singing because I hadn't done it since like 7th grade. Just kind of a stupid thing that crossed my mind.
I remember having you sing a little bit back in the day when we were teenagers, because I
was in a band once.
Were you?
Yeah. We only did one show, and it was for 2 people.
Was this before I knew you?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
This was like middle school. It was me, a guy named Ryan, and a guy named Steven. And our band's name was Shoe. Just Shoe.
Yes, I remember that. Didn't you write a song called Shoe?
No. I may have tried to write a song called Shoe. I couldn't write my way out of anything. But we did Stain's Mud Shovel for like 2 of our friends in Ryan. I think it was Ryan or Steven's garage, and that was it. That was the one and only lifetime fucking performance of that band.
Afterwards, did you go on a fucking anti-leftist tirade?
I've been keeping that up. I've been keeping that up for about 30 years now. Well, 25. Something like that.
I was talking about because that's what Aaron Lewis likes to do now.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't keep.
He became a country singer and decided he was a country boy and a Republican. And
I always thought it was funny. Like, he sings like J.R. Ross from the WWF talks because J.R. Ross had cerebral palsy.
Yeah,
oh, goddamn rattlesnake. But if you watch Aaron Lewis sing, his mouth doesn't move. It's just like very. But his like lips don't move. I don't know if it's because he just doesn't have the lip muscle.
Oh.
But to piggyback what we were talking about last time, which was dicks apparently. The dude at work told me a real funny. He asked me. He said, "I've got a question," and then he said, "No, I can't. I was like, "No, go ahead and ask your question." He's like, "Would you rather give the first 90% of a blowjob or the last 10?" And I was like, "Well, it depends. Where does the finish happen?"
Well, I don't know. What would be worse, tasting it or having it all over your face? I mean,
I think
at least if it was in your mouth, you could just swallow it and be done with it.
Yeah, but not if the consistency doesn't agree with you.
Well, I guess, but I mean, is that more? It's got to be more degrading to have to clean a whole fucking load of nut off your face than just to let it go down your throat.
I don't know. In the mouth feels more intimate, you know?
Yeah.
Like the throbbing, pulsating, like, and you're just sitting there, just on. Speaking of dicks, fuck John Mellencamp. That's
Why?
I just don't fucking like John Mellencamp.
Why?
I don't like his fucking floppy hair.
So we're not even talking music. You just don't like him.
No, I don't like his music either. Fuck his little pink house.
Okay, now hold on.
No,
hold on.
I don't.
Do you know any songs that are on the besides the 3 songs that play on the fucking radio?
No, but I know in Jack and Diane, he says sucking on chili dogs. What the fuck how do you suck on? Are you like just sucking the chili off of a chili dog, or are we going off of the Urban Dictionary definition of a chili dog?
Which I know has something to do with anal.
No, it's taking a shit on her chest and then titty fucking her. So if you're sucking on chili dogs out behind the Tasty Freeze, Diane's a nasty bitch. Unless there was like another party there and it's just like a group chili dog off. I don't care about his music. I just don't fucking like him.
Oh, okay.
I don't like his floppy hair.
Well, I won't get into the argument about the music.
I don't like
his. It's not gonna matter.
I don't like his fucking pink house. I don't like Jack. I don't like Diane. I won't even go to a Tasty Freeze just because of that. Because if that's what they're doing out behind the Tasty Freeze, I don't want any fucking part. That store's got to be fucking gross.
Just piles of shit everywhere out back.
Just fucking buckets of chili dog sauce. You know? The whole alley of fucking chili dog.
Collect coins and paper money, so I had this thought the other day.
Mm-hmm.
If and when we go to a completely cashless society and everything's digital currency, do you think that would make the collector's market for money skyrocket in cost? Like, would the money you have be worth a lot more for the people that collect that shit?
It depends. I think it depends on what you have. The more rare it is, I think that'll stay the same. But because there is no more paper money,
well, that's what I mean. Wouldn't that make everything rare? Because it would. I mean,
not necessarily.
It depends. Because I mean, eventually it'll all go. Obviously, it's not going to disappear right away, but eventually it's going to disappear.
No. Well, there's a lot of people that hoard copper pennies because they think that sometime in the near future you'll be able to legally melt copper pennies, and they're worth 2 cents a piece right now. So each copper penny is actually worth 2 cents.
No.
And if you melt the copper out of it, that's what you'll get. But it's illegal to melt currency. But I kind of thought about that. I've actually had that thought too because I got into it real late, just in the last couple years. I mean, I used to do a little bit when I was a kid, but and I'm not like real hardcore into it. I just get a hold of whatever I can get a hold of.
Yeah.
I don't have any. I think the rarest thing I have is like a fucking Morgan dollar from Carson City in like 1885. It's like worth $175.
Yeah.
But other than that, and my big Canadian coin's probably worth about $250.
But I figured it had to go one of two ways. It would either have to skyrocket the price of it, or it would have to
no one's going to care,
or no one's going to care. Yeah,
because but I mean the people that care about it aren't spending it anyway. And just like rare things, I mean, like if they stop making basketball cards tomorrow, would that make Michael Jordan's cards any less or more valuable?
It should make a difference either way.
So it shouldn't make a difference. It shouldn't make a difference with those coins. I think the only thing that really changes is the silver value. And that goes up and down, but apparently it's a good bet to have it. I've got a tiny fucking fraction of silver, but
yeah, I never understood the whole having silver and gold because people are like, well, if shit goes down, I've got actual silver and gold. Do you think in the fucking case of a goddamn it gets to the point where society breaks down, anybody's gonna give a fuck if you got silver or gold? No, people want food or services or something.
It's because they're quote unquote precious metals. I mean, but how precious are they if it's all been burned to the ground? That's what I'm saying. If society is burnt to the ground, you're not gonna give a fuck if you have silver or gold. You're gonna care if you have food, water, shelter, and blowjobs. Food, water, shelter, and blowjobs.
Learn how to give blowjobs. That's more valuable than fucking gold and silver.
That's what I was telling my stepson is to learn a trade. Now I'm going to have to go back and be like, hey, man, times are getting scary. You know how we were talking about AI earlier in the car?
Take this banana.
There's one thing that
practice.
AI can't take away is like a genuine mouth hole. So get good at that. I
don't know, man. I've seen they're getting pretty good with these fucking realistic dolls. I don't know if you've seen any of that shit.
Yeah, but just knowing that it's like what we were talking about earlier. It's the idea in a doll. You know you're busting a nut in a doll's mouth.
Yeah.
But the
That's
power
true, yeah.
dynamic of actually grabbing the back of somebody's head and going, that makes me feel good. And then knowing that they had to swallow it or they have to clean it off of their face. I mean, it's a little dopamine hit, I guess.
Yeah.
Whereas a robot, it's just all right, go back to playing Warcraft. You know, if people are still playing that these here days.
So how do you think strippers are gonna get their money if we go completely cashless? Because I mean, there's that old joke about swiping the credit card in the ass
there you
crack,
go.
but that obviously doesn't do anything.
It's going to be like PayPal.
So they have a little reader on either their nipples
they
or their
they get a QR code tattooed on their inner thigh, and they got to fucking show you the monkey.
You got to hold your phone up to their G-string to pay them.
Instead of the fucking the landing strip, it's a QR code, so you get right up there. All right, $2.50.
There'll be an outbreak of coochie cancer among all the strippers from all the phones being held up to their fucking crotch.
Oh. I don't know if I wanted that close. I mean, I guess I've seen it that close up, but just like a picture, it's like. I mean, you already have to do that with menus in restaurants now. Like, scan the shit. You can scan it. Ooh, what's your name? Stormy. Okay. And then while they're dancing, you're just looking at their fucking stripper file on here.
Hey, that's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah.
You have a little you could even have them on the tables, have all the dancers with a little, like a menu, and you can scan it and see their profile. And
you scan
it's like
their
the
QR
old Playboy.
code.
It's like the old Playboys. Miss January walks on the beach and dicks in her ass and whatever else.
It's like you scan the QR code, and it's like, oh, this is Lacey. Okay. Her uncle molested her when she was 7. She's just got out of an abusive relationship. That's where the black eye came from. Okay. 7 cats? That's a bold move. Yeah, you can smell them. You can smell the cats. Goddamn vinegar. Or ammonia. Fucking stupid.
Got a
pneumonia.
Lap. That's where the kitty litter came from after he got off the lap dance.
The whole fucking stage is just kitty litter. Yeah. That is actually a great idea. We're like, what kind of issues do I want to deal with? How much cocaine do I have? Which one of you bitches are coming home with me?
Welcome to the stage, cubic zirconia.
Cubic zirconia.
You don't remember that, do you?
No.
Our old friend, his sister. She was a dancer, and her name was Diamond. So we used to
her name?
Her dance name was Diamond. So we used to fuck with her and call her Cubic Zirconia.
Cubic zirconia. They lived with her and one of her work friends kind of stayed with us when we were all over on the east side when all of us lived together. You didn't live with us, but the rest of us all lived there. And she was dating cops. That was the same time that fucking drug a stop sign, pole and all, and it's out in the parking lot. He found it on his way home from work one day and drug it home. And we're right there on fucking Washington Street, in the middle of fucking Junkie Central. And his sister, H's sister, is dating a cop. And he pulls up and there's the fucking stop sign. The guy that lived upstairs was our coke dealer. We were all coked out.
I mean, I remember that because I remember being away from all that and thinking I'm glad I was later, but I don't remember him with the stop sign.
Yeah, he drugged that stop sign over there. Hell, her boyfriend, not the cop, but a different boyfriend, was making meth in the front bedroom.
Jesus Christ.
He went out. I think he broke a guy's eyeball one night because we heard somebody outside and there was somebody fucking with his car and we were all coked out of our heads. And he kind of walked down the guy in the alley and the guy dropped on the ground. I was like, oh man. And he just and the pop was so loud and we're like, oh shit. And we all went back in the house and we're all fucking grinding our teeth and geeked out like, oh shit, man, the cops are coming. The cops are coming. We fucking killed that guy, man. I'm going to go sleep. I'm going to go in there and go to sleep. I'm so fucking pumped to go to sleep right now.
So excited to go to sleep. I can't wait.
It's going to be the best fucking bedtime in history.
So one time when we were fucking teenagers walking down there by his house too, there was this guy walking down the street with two old girls, old women. Had to have been probably at least 50s, but they were both toothless. And he was like, hey, you boys ever fucking had a toothless blowjob? They'll gum it to death.
They'll gum it to death. Had a girl at a strip club over on E Street called Kitty Cats. And this girl, I shit you not, was bow-legged, buck-toothed, and cross-eyed. I swear, hand to fucking God. And she comes straddling over to the fucking table, and she's like, "You gonna tip me for my sexy dance?" And I was like, "I didn't bring any money. They bought my drinks."
Hey, but speaking of fucking cocaine, I saw this video. Apparently, yeah. Apparently now they have everything is going to fucking. We're gonna try to make a legal version of a drug because there's now a legal version of. It's not even cocaine. It's fucking. It's basically powdered caffeine that they're. It's called bump. So they're
Bump.
Yeah.
Lean on into it.
Yeah. So they're definitely marketing it as fucking this is like cocaine, even though it's nothing. I looked at the ingredients. It's powdered caffeine and sugar, but it comes in a little vial and shit, and you dump a little bit out and fucking snort it. Apparently, what the hell?
Why?
I don't know.
I mean, just
Well, you don't have to snort it. You can mix it in shit, but they obviously if they're selling it and it's called fucking bump and it comes in a little vial, you know what you know
you
what
could
people
do
are doing
that.
with
All
it.
you need to do is get a spoon and some Red Bull, and whatever fucking cooks out of that, just shoot that up.
Jesus Christ.
That's basically what you're doing. Just snort powdered Red Bull. That's all you got to do. No, just be like a fucking normal person. Go to your local drugstore, get 2 packages of Dramamine.
Oh,
now you're gonna want to take just about
nobody listen to this
12
man.
to 14.
Nobody listen to this man.
Don't fucking do that. It's not fun at all.
I think I
really.
did that like 2 or 3 times maybe, and the last time I did it, it made me fucking nauseous and sick, and I never fucking did it again.
One of the last times I did it, I was in typing class at high school, and I somehow got out to go to the bathroom, and I remember like it looked like CCTV, but I was watching myself from the top of the fucking hallway walk down it, like looking down at myself, like, "Come on, man, you can make it. You can make it, man. Just turn the corner right there. The bathroom's on the left. There you go. There you go." Like coaching myself along, and then I was like, "Nah, I don't want to play no more. This ain't fun."
Yeah, I never got that high off of it. I got like some very very limited, visuals, like fucking shit, wavy shit, and kind of like very very minimal psychedelic effect.
I did it like 5 or 6 times, and the 5th and 6th time I was taking like a lot of them. And so like I would see like the people, the shadow legs running down the street while we were in the car. I was like, "Oh shit, they're jogging at midnight." Why are there so many joggers out here? And why are they so scared of us? They keep running off when we pull up next to them.
I almost took a hit of acid before school one time, and it's probably good that I fucking didn't. But I was standing on the bus stop, and I went to fucking had it in my wallet, went to take it out, and fucking put it in my mouth, and I pulled it out of my wallet, and a big gust of wind came by and blew it out of my fucking hand, and I never found it. I was shitty at the time, but it was probably a good thing I didn't fucking drop acid right before I went to school.
Yeah, yeah. I get like paranoid hitting the oney before I go to work. I'm like out in the garage, like, "Man, should I really do that? Am I gonna be too high by the time I get to work an hour from now off of this oney of some mids?" Hell, I think half of this oney's ground up stem anyway. And then I'm in the car doing the fucking, "Am I driving okay?"
That's one thing I could never do. As long as I smoked, I could never go to work high because, well, for that reason, that was one reason too. I never wanted to fuck shit up and get fired. So
right, I think the one girl that works in our building, I know I'm about 100%, 99.8% positive she smokes. But Friday, either she was trying to cover up weed or somebody wasn't fresh. She had on way too much perfume, and there's only 2 reasons you do that. You ain't fresh, or you got fresh before you got to work.
If I had like an office job or something where I didn't have to do anything physical, it might be different. But
I was doing, warehouse work.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's a little bit different.
Go, "All right, guys, I'm here to work." And then I'm like, "Oh, shit, I got to do, like, computer stuff." I don't want to do computer stuff. Let me go move boxes for a minute, see if this wears off.
Now, when I was working in high school, fucking part-time job, that was different. I fucked up there a lot.
How long didn't you work at Kmart?
Yeah.
Yeah, because your mom worked there?
Yeah,
Maybe.
mom worked there. She worked there for fucking ever.
And like
I come from a long line of fucking retail
Kmarters.
workers.
Yeah, yeah. Long line of retail.
That's no bullshit. Fucking.
Oh, my mom's mom was a fucking worked at Kroger. Or
My dad worked at Kroger.
oh shit, I was guessing.
Both my actually fucking yeah. So both my mom's parents worked at Kroger. My dad's dad worked at the fucking Kroger factory. He actually made good money though. He was one of the factory workers. The other people were all retail stores, and then
Right.
mom's Kmart. And yeah,
I've known a couple people work at like the Kroger, like the dairy, and it said make good money there. And then it was like, you want to know how we make the chip dip? And I was like, yeah, go ahead and lay it on me. They're like, when the sour cream goes bad, and I was like, sour cream goes bad? And I was like, I thought that's what sour cream. It's in the name. It's already sour.
it goes bad.
It goes bad, and they're like, yeah, they take that and then they mix the fucking chip dip flavoring in with that, and it's like, that'll cover up the bad taste.
Aww.
It's already sour cream.
Okay, no.
Don't hold me to that, but
it wouldn't
don't
surprise
fucking
me.
sue me, Kroger. That nobody's gonna. Kroger's never gonna fucking hear this. If they fucking do, they've got too much time on their fucking hands. They need to get Kroger in. Get themselves a fucking sticker. Long line of fucking retail workers, huh?
Yep.
My grandma worked at Kroger for a long time. 2 different Krogers. I've never worked in a supermarket. But I remember you filling out the shit for that job, and like the personality question, the personality test. Wasn't it like 102 fucking questions long, and they kept asking the same, like if there's a toddler you've just straightened up the clothing aisle, and then a toddler comes through.
Not that I remember. I don't remember anything like that.
Maybe it was Jay then, that when I think he applied at a fucking grocery store or something like that, and he was showing. Went with him.
It wasn't me. I had two jobs previous to before I started my actual jobs that I've been doing
Right.
forever, and it was Kmart and then Steak and Shake, which lasted like a week.
Yeah, because we started there at the same time, didn't we?
No, I don't think so.
Did we not
It was
work
maybe
it?
close, but I don't think so because it was just it was the other two at that time.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
But I left somebody. For one, I'm not friendly enough to be a fucking waiter. But I fucking somebody ordered chili, and you normally stick the ticket up in the window for food and wait for the food to come out. Well, chili, apparently, nobody told me. You were just supposed to go get it yourself out of a little pot. So I left that dude sitting there for like half an hour without his
No
fucking chili.
Like, man, do they have to make some new shit? Like, fuck, y'all killing the beans back there, or what the fuck? I worked there for a long time. The manager there, like, would show up, and he was fucking drunk half the time he was there. I think his name was Nate.
Oh, yeah. He used to always have old granddad in his fucking apron.
Yeah. Well, no. That was one of the cooks.
Oh, Nate was the owner. Yeah.
And
The
he
tall
was
blonde
the tall
guy.
blonde
Yeah.
dude, and then the like middle-aged black dude was the one that had the old granddad, because I was like in there tripping out.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like 15, and he's like, "Come on," he's like, "Nate, we're going out to the garage. We'll be right back." And he fucking reaches in. He's like, "Here, take you a drink of that." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, there's goddamn fire in that bottle. The fuck are you drinking?"
Yeah, I don't think Nate liked me. I think he thought I was too
Uppity.
Goofy.
That's how we all think about you.
no, fuck you. Uppity my
You want to
ass.
fuck me and make your mouth sore.
You gonna see that Barbie movie?
I had no intentions. No, no. I'm gonna go watch something American. Goddamn it.
No, actually, I'm actually halfway interested because I've heard the plot for it is actually kind of like it's more geared towards adults, and it's more like I wish I could describe it properly, but she's basically a Barbie trying to get into the real world, and she's interacting with the real world as a Barbie.
Mm.
But now that's not the thing I was going to bring up was because of the success of that movie. Do you know the fucking crazy lineup Mattel has decided that, oh, that movie's doing good, so we're gonna bring out our whole fucking Mattel universe.
There's a fucking Mattel universe?
Then there's not, but they think this. See, this is the problem with executives in any fucking line of entertainment.
This is going to
Is
be the BCU?
one thing hits, and they're like, they don't understand why it's popular. They're just like, well, it's popular, so let's just start putting out fucking anything and everything. Like, for one, they're supposed to be, now there's going to be a Barbie universe, so there's going to be movies for Ken and whoever else. And
Well, there is a
there's gonna-
Barbie, like there's an animated show that my daughter watches, and she actually, it's not the worst thing in the world. The only thing that I had, it's like the whole show is based off like Barbie's this do no wrong, kind of ditzy, and then Ken's just this bumbling fucking idiot that is just there to impress Barbie. And then there's Veronica, which is like she wants Ken, but Ken wants Barbie.
Well, I mean, it's still, is it really enough to make a whole universe? That's another thing everybody's.
I don't know.
Ever since Marvel, everybody wants to make their own universe now because it got successful, so they want to try to copy it.
I mean, I don't pay attention to pop culture as much, I guess, but what other universes have spawned since then?
Oh, no, it's not that any have actually spawned, but people talk about it.
People talk about a lot of things.
No, like movie companies and executives talked about they want to do that. And I'm
look at their fucking track record.
Exactly.
So, I mean,
but the multiple Barbie movies isn't what killed me. Listen to this shit. Okay, so like I said, it's Mattel. So think of all the Mattel toys.
I can't think of any other than Barbie.
You'll recognize them after I say them. But
G.I. Joe's probably in there.
I don't think G.I. Joe's Mattel, but Polly Pocket.
Oh yeah,
fucking Polly Pocket movie.
Oldest stepdaughter had a ton of those fucking things.
But it doesn't
Little
really.
plastic
It doesn't.
bits.
Yeah, this one it doesn't give very many details for what it's gonna be, but that's still fucking Polly Pocket. Mattel is making an Uno heist comedy with Little Yachty.
Have you ever
Uno heist comedy?
Uno heist? What is an Uno heist? Like Uno the card game?
Yeah, an Uno heist comedy.
Mattel does own Uno, and they also own Skippo.
So I guess what's that heist? You like the heist movies, like like
the Woody Harrelson movies,
like Ocean's 11 and shit like that, where they do they do a heist.
Movie
I don't understand how
Yachty.
I don't understand how Uno is going to be tied into it. But let's see here. Does this say anything about?
It's like they're chasing him and he throws a reverse card at him, so they turn around and run the other way. Is that?
This doesn't say specifics, unfortunately. There's also going to be a Barney movie. Apparently, Mattel owns Barney.
Mattel owns Barney,
but it is going to be a surrealistic adult movie.
A surrealistic adult
based on Barney. That sounds
see where this
fucking
goes.
Wonderful.
We about to be bopping, baby, bop. Bop, 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 bop.
Gang banging a bop.
Gang banging, baby, bop. That's right. That's gonna be one of them fucking, what is that, Reality Kings or Team Skeet, whatever the fuck those porn videos are called. Fucking bopping, baby, bop.
It says the movie won't go down the dark adult comedy route of Ted, but will be more adult and have adult themes and sort of be a little bit off kilter. Sounds fucking shitty. Tom Hanks is going to be Major Matt Mason. Have you ever heard of a toy called Major Matt Mason? Apparently, it's a 1960s astronaut action figure because fucking who is clamoring for fucking everybody's clamoring for Matt Mason. You remember that stuff from back in the back in your childhood, don't you?
Yeah.
Maybe if you're like 70.
My mom's age.
Um,
Jesus.
Magic 8 Ball is getting a horror treatment.
I could see that being a cheesy horror movie based off of a Magic 8 Ball.
I guess, but do you think it's actually going to be good?
No, absolutely not.
Of course, He-Man, but that's actually I can understand that.
Hey, I don't know why everybody hated the original He-Man movies. I thought it was cool.
I don't know if I ever saw the original He-Man.
The one where they got
movies.
the fucking little thing that plays the music notes and the fucking goblins and shit.
I was never really big into He-Man.
I wasn't either, but I remember the movie. I mean, apparently a lot of people.
I remember the
stupid.
cartoon.
It
I don't think I
probably
ever
was
saw the
dumb.
movie.
Yeah, but my cousin Julian had all the fucking figures, had the castle, fucking Castle Grayskull, and had the fucking little tiger and shit that he rode on, and all the different characters and shit.
My cousin was few years older than me, and he was into He-Man. He had that gray skull. He had the
Mhm.
play set with the microphone that you talked into. And it
Oh
made
yeah. Jillian had like a fucking box, just boxes, I believe, of just fucking He-Man stuff, He-Man and She-Ra.
Vin Diesel's gonna star in a Rock'em Sock'em Robots movie.
Why Vin Diesel? I like Vin Diesel.
I mean, what?
I like Vin Diesel. I like the Pitch Black movies.
I don't know if I've ever seen Pitch Black.
The one where he's got the fucking contacts and the aliens and shit.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen it, but I figured that
Chronicles of Riddick is the other one, I think.
Vin Diesel's got the acting chops that'll work perfect for a dumbass movie like fucking Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
You
So.
just got to stand there and do this. I'm gonna do this and walk forward. If you get hit, your head's gonna pop up. But why? I mean, you already seeing what they're doing with Snow White and the 7 diversity hires. I mean, Jesus Christ. Did you see the interview where they're talking to that girl about that Snow White movie? The girl that's playing quote unquote Snow White?
I don't know if I saw the specific interview you're talking about,
But she's just like, yeah, we made Snow White instead of her, getting woken up by the prince and true love and all that. She's going out to be the leader she knows she can be. And it's like, what the fuck does that even mean?
I know they're just going to call it Snow White and not Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs because the dwarfs is
Are not
offensive,
dwarves.
apparently.
No, they're not dwarves. They're just different people.
Oh, they're not even making them dwarves?
No.
Oh, that's right, because a lot of the short people are shitty.
And why is her name Snow White?
She's Snow White.
She's fucking Snow White. Like Bill Burr would say, shockingly Caucasian. That's why her skin.
Is that why
yes,
she's got
she's
that
like
name
fucking
now?
pale white. Yeah, she's Snow White. It doesn't make sense. Make original characters if you want to do that. That's fine. But
yeah, I agree with that.
Make an original story. It seems like all these big old, like Snow White, they did it with Lord of the Rings. They did it with fucking just a handfuls of fucking movies. The Marvel movies, the She-Hulk fucking show was absolutely terrible.
What? She-Hulk was good.
Have you
ever read a She-Hulk comic?
I have not, but
the show is a She-Hulk comic. It's half comedy. It breaks the fourth wall. It did the fucking comics well.
But listening to her tell the Hulk that I deal with infinite more anger and controlling my anger than you, they changed the origins of it to make her the hero instead of Bruce Banner saving her life. She saves his.
How did she save his life?
Or no, yeah, in the show,
Didn't save his life.
she didn't save his life in the show. Or no, that's how she starts in the comics. Is Bruce Banner
saves her life because he gives her a blood transfusion.
Right. How did that one start? How did she become She-Hulk?
They got in some kind of car accident, and his blood got in like one of her open wounds or some shit like that. That's all it was. It was basically the same thing.
But either way, in like the first episode, she the male comes into the room and is talking to him, and she just like treats him like absolute dog shit. And then later on in the episode, she's like, yeah, mansplaining me how to do my job. But she's a complete fucking cunt to this guy. In the beginning, he does nothing, and then she spends the rest of it complaining about men trying to mansplain her, and then trying to tell the Hulk that she deals with infinite more restraint than he does.
Now, did you actually pick this out on your own, or did you pick this out from listening to somebody else? Because I watched the same show and did not pick up any of that shit that people are talking about.
No, I've seen them.
But did you come to that conclusion on your own?
Well, yeah, just listening to her. And just the conversation she has with him there.
Did you ever try watching a show and just sitting back and fucking enjoying it instead of picking it apart?
Nope.
I mean, come on.
I just didn't think it was a good show. It was.
I mean, it wasn't like amazing, but it was good for what it was.
Mm-hmm.
It was a perfect not perfect, but it was a good reenactment of a good TV version of the fucking Hulk comic, She-Hulk comic. So maybe you don't like She-Hulk.
Maybe.
That's fine. That's a more acceptable answer than, oh, she's talking about mansplaining and blah, 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 blah.
Why is it? But why is it necessary to like? I was watching the new Addams the Wednesday. Fantastic fucking show, by the way. What I've seen of it, which is like I think most of the first season.
Yeah.
Fucking love the show so far. But Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm fucking listening for it, but they do the same thing in there. The things are brought up like that when they absolutely don't need to be. It's like they're perfectly shoved into there. Just as a here, take this.
You see, I didn't pick any of that out in that either. Maybe I'm just not. Maybe I'm not focusing on that.
Right.
Maybe that's your problem.
Maybe it is my problem. Maybe I need to look at me more. But yeah, I found the same things in it, and it's a great fucking show. I love it in spite of those things. But it's just like it seems unnecessary.
I mean, but I don't see sometimes I'll see stuff like that where something just beats you over the head with a message, but I don't see that in either one of those shows. I mean,
I definitely seen it in Wednesday, and it's not been like over the top, but there's been like 4 or 5.
I mean, the characters have to have personality. What if it's just that character's personality?
It's not just the one character, I don't think. It's several characters in the show that do it.
Maybe that's just those characters' personality.
Maybe so. I just don't think it's.
You see, I didn't pick that out. I honestly did not pick that out of any of it. I mean, I just sat back and enjoyed the show, which is.
I did. I tried to as well, but it was just like, oh, when she's talking about having psychic powers, and he was like, oh yeah, so and I, or like his mom had him or something like that, and he was like, hey, you should be careful with him because this is what they happened. And she's like, are you mansplaining my powers to me? And it's like
that was a one-off joke. How is that?
No, it's not the only time in the show that it happens. It was the one time I could pick off the top of my head, but it's not the only time in the show that it happens.
Okay, well, that's her character. She's a it's a feminist character. It's not like it's trying to shove an agenda down your throat.
I just think using those buzzwords in the show are kind of what's off-putting to me.
But there's been shows like that throughout, the last 60 years or whatever that you could pick out. It's just you're just now noticing them because of how society has become a bunch of whiny babies now.
Yeah.
As society and that's,
now I'm the crybaby.
Exactly. Everybody's a crybaby. I mean, what about now I can't point to any exact examples because I never really watched this show, but I know like the fucking Mary Tyler Moore show would do shit like that and that was back in the goddamn 70s.
I don't remember ever watching any Mary Tyler Moore.
I'm just saying, shit like that. I'm just giving you one example.
Right.
I'm just saying there's always been shows with characters like that.
Fair enough. I don't know. I just don't. It seems out of place and unnecessary.
Is it challenging your manhood? Do you feel insecure when a woman?
Once I heard the word mansplaining, I was not able to get an erection for 3 days. And that was yesterday. The end of the 3 days was yesterday. And then I watched some Maury Povich and got my groove back.
Well, we must be doing pretty good because we actually have a sponsor now.
Oh yeah,
somebody wants to sponsor us. Yeah.
Oh shit,
that's fucking crazy. So yeah, I guess we'll do this little ad read that they sent us. All right.
Okay.
All right. Do you hate having to take time out of your day to go get a haircut?
Yeah.
You know it needs done, but you don't want to deal with the hassles that come with it, like driving to the shop, waiting in line, paying too much money.
Yeah, I don't like any of those things.
Yeah. I bet you don't feel the same about strip clubs, do you?
No. Well, don't have to wait in a line there.
Yeah. What if there was a place you could do both?
Clit cuts?
Come to Off the Top Barbershop, where all your hairstyles are topless. Hairstylists are topless.
Oh.
You can start with a haircut and end with a lap dance. We also have topless women providing you with entertainment while you wait. So if you're over 21, come on down and check us out today at Off the Top Barbershop.
Titties in your face while you get a nice shave.
Or if you're like my, podcasting partner here and prefer men to women.
That's why it upset me so much. My masculinity has been severely challenged.
Try our other location, Nuts and Cuts.
Nuts and Cuts.
All of our male barbers are wearing nothing but hot pants, so you can see their massive bulges.
Moose knuckles for days.
Same as the ladies' locations. Start with the haircut and end with the lap dance at Nuts and Cuts.
Nuts and Cuts.
Nuts and Cups and Off the Top Barbershop.
Off the Top and Nuts and Cuts. Go give those folks some money and get a happy ending. I don't condone
did they
prostitution.
do happy I didn't hear anything about happy endings. You just assuming?
Yeah, I'm sure if you tip them right, yeah.
Just like any place.
Yeah,
tip them good enough.
It's like getting the tire shine at the car wash, And it's like, here's a 10. Go ahead and finish that
Hand
up.
them a 20 and be like, and nod your head a little bit, give them a wink. I don't know. It might work pretty good because you got the barbershop. You got those fucking capes over your front. All I got to do is, you can't tell what's going on down there. You could be fucking spanking it while you're getting the haircut and looking at the titties.
See, now they just get like fleshlights or something, so there's no cleanup. So they can just like.
Well, you have to clean up a fleshlight, but they might have ones that are like attached to a vacuum hose. So as soon as you nut in it, it just sucks it out and shoots it down the tube.
Maybe bring your own cleanups extra.
So the tubes all run into a vat in the back. So there's just a big vat of jizz sitting in the back.
A big old bowl of baby gravy.
Who are they paying to empty the jizz bucket at the end of the day?
Biscuits and baby gravy. Just like Mom used to make.
No, but 900 numbers. I mean,
I remember those. Yeah,
yeah, because it wasn't not just the adult ones, but the
not adult ones.
Yeah, you don't remember the non-adult 900 numbers? Okay. Well, here I got this one for you first. We'll watch this.
Cute little dog you've got there. But hold on. In a previous life, he could have been George Washington. Nice cat. Perhaps Annie Oakley. And look at him. Why, it's Napoleon. Reincarnation. What human being was your pet in a previous lifetime? Master reincarnationist E. David Scott will tell you when you call this number. Just answer simple questions with your touch-tone phone. $1.95 per minute for entertainment only. Under 18, get permission. Call now. Learn who your pet was as a human in a previous lifetime.
Call me now. Was she a 900 number?
Yeah,
Miss Cleo?
there
Okay.
you go. That's a good example.
Okay. Dionne Warwick and the Psychic Friends Network.
My friend used to have this dog that it was a white dog, and it had a
the way God intended it.
No, it was a white dog, and it had a little black spot like right under its nose, and it used to have this real funny walk. Like when it walked, it was like. And now I know why.
Now I know why.
The reincarnation of Hitler
was my neighbor's schnauzer.
Speaking of reincarnation, how do you think that works if that shit's real?
Do you always
because
come back? Do you always come back as a living thing? I mean, you would
well,
have
okay,
to,
so
right?
like Buddhist, believe in reincarnation. And I know you keep leveling up. I don't know exactly how it works because I've never looked into it. But like,
you gain XP for the side quests you do during that life.
Yeah, you start as a lower life form and work your way up. But I mean, do you think like if you say you advance to the next level, do you stay at that level, or do you like ever go back down a level if you fuck up really bad?
Yeah, but,
were you a dog and then all of a sudden you mauled a little kid or something, and then your next life you're back to a worm or some shit?
But how do you fuck up as a worm? I mean, it's like.
Well, I don't think you can. I think that's the beginning level. I don't think you can fuck that up.
I mean, but what if you get up to like turtle? I mean, what can you do to have to go back down to like snail?
Bite somebody's dick
or
off?
is snail below turtle? Who fucking knows? Snail could be held higher. And then what do you do as a snail to go down?
Well, I think a turtle has more of a brain than,
I
a
don't know
fucking
that.
snail, I would assume.
You would assume. But
Snails don't really do much, but fucking...
neither do turtles. They just fucking eat.
Well, true. I mean, that's all animals, though. But a dog you can tell the difference between a fucking dog and a snail.
So I was talking
Did
about...
turtles learn commands?
Who knows? Maybe we're not talking to them in the right fucking language. Maybe they all speak Spanish and nobody's figured it out yet.
I'm gonna get a turtle and teach him to do fucking dog tricks.
I was talking to my stepson about that earlier today. Like, I was like, how do we know flies don't know English and they just don't fucking care? Like, he's like, you've never seen a fly talk? I said, I never said they could fucking talk. I said they could understand us. And they just don't care. They're just asshole fly. All flies are assholes.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's the truth, because have you ever tried to fucking get a fly out of a window?
Yeah. It's like,
come on, down the window and shoo them, and they're just fucking flying
He's
around.
like, oh, you want me over here? You mean like up in the corner? Let me stare at you for a minute. Come over here. I'm going to fly to the other corner. I know it's nice out there. It's probably lots of dog shit, but I'm just going to stay in
Bet you
here
really
and
want
fuck
me
with
out of
you.
this car, don't you?
Yeah, you want me out of here, don't you? Oh, no, too much wind over there. It's going to blow me to the back. Fucking flies.
But no, I mean, I could.
Do you go back down?
Do you go back down, or do you just stay as the same level until you advance back up? And what happens after you're?
You hit the highest level. What is the highest level? Are you like one of like the many hands of Vishnu, or that's not
You become a god.
that's not Buddhist, is it? Vishnu's like something.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
pretty sure.
That's Hinduism.
Yeah, Buddhist and Hinduism or I think they're either very close or the same thing. I don't fucking know. I'm talking on my ass right now. So.
Yeah, welcome to my world.
There's some other ones here too. This one.
Wake up. Call 1-900-976-7777. Get out of bed and get ahead. Use your touch-tone phone. Call 1-900-976-7777. Only 99 cents per call. You can program your call up to 1 year in advance. Just 99 cents per call. Don't ever be late again. Call 1-900-976-7777. Available 24 hours, as low as 99 cents per call. Call 1-900-976-all-sevens and wake up to us tomorrow.
Now, now that's not funny like the other one, but I was trying to think, like, why would you need a wake-up call 1-900? I mean, this isn't like they had alarm clocks back then, and they weren't expensive. Why do you need a fucking 1-900, pay a 1-900 number to call you and wake you up?
Maybe you're really lonely, or maybe you're like a widow, or
you just want to hear somebody's voice.
You just want to hear somebody's voice in the morning, like, good morning, beautiful.
Yeah.
I just wanted to let you know that you matter.
I didn't even think about that. Maybe
you're going to have a great day. Now, think about that. Waking up every day, you have no friends, no life. It's just you and your fucking gerbil. And, you go to your meaningless fucking job. You're sitting there like bending paper clips back into shape or whatever it is you do for a living.
At the paperclip factory?
At the paperclip factory. But every morning you get woken up to, good morning. You are going to have a great day. You matter. You are important. Now let's get your fat ass up out of that bed. Put some baby powder on the inside of those thighs and let's get this goddamn day started.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. I didn't even think of that. If you could tell them what you want to wake up to, that might be actually worth the money. Yeah. If you're that
just
lonely.
Call me every morning and tell me my mom died.
That'll wake you up.
Yeah. Call me every morning and tell me you've found what's on my computer.
Excuse me, Mr. Smith. This is so-and-so from the Eastside Hospital. We have your mom in here.
Pull it. Fucking pull
the
it.
Plug. Sir, she just has a cold.
Pull it. Give her more. Fucking inject the Ebola into her. Give her the HIV. All of it.
What makes people all over America break down and cry like this? Call 1-900-9099-CRY and hear it for yourself. $2 for the first minute, 45 cents each additional minute. If you're
What's
under 18, ask your parents before you call.
You're going to jerk off to it.
999-CRY.
I would, too. I'd call that number, and they'd be like, 1999-CRY. Please feel free. And I'm like, I want to hear you cry. And can you tell me you've been a good girl while you're crying? And tell me that my mom died.
Cry and say, no, don't spank me, Daddy. I promise I'll be a good girl. No,
I'm surprised that's not still popular.
The 1-900
But we have
cry line.
We have Twitter and stuff, so we don't need it.
Yeah, I think I kind of looked into that because I was like, what the fuck could that possibly be? But I guess it's like people would tell you sob stories to make you cry because crying's supposed to be therapeutic and make you feel better and stuff. But then again, there's no need for that now. You have the internet. You can go on there and find a fucking sob story if you want one. Hell, all you got to do is fucking go on any social media for 2 seconds and.
But it's
well,
it's almost like the AI thing. You know, you can read a sad story.
Not the same as somebody
It's
telling
not
it to
the
you.
same as like my mom died. You know.
You really want your mom to die, don't you?
I don't want her to. Let's just say I'm not stopping it from happening.
Let's just say
I'm
I
not
need
doing
that extra room in my house.
Yeah, let's just say I'm not proactively inhibiting. Try to give her all the pastas and the breads, and here, Mom, have this fucking sugar ice cream or this root beer float here. When's that diabetes?
Hiya, kids. It's me, your friend Grandpa. I gotta tell you, I am starting a new club, and I want you to join.
Oh, shit.
It's called the Junior
Grandpa
Vampires
Munster had his own
of
1-900
America.
number.
I mean, you'll hear scary monster stories. Now, to call, you gotta ask your parents' permission and call this phone number.
That's how the guys from My Chemical Romance found each other.
Grandpa, my thought was this had to have been what, the late 80s, early
Oh,
90s,
yeah,
probably.
yeah.
Who the fuck was loving Grandpa Munster as a kid back
Hey,
in
that was
the
when
late 80s, early 90s?
That's when the economy was booming, and people still had landlines, and so the kids, you know, they was bored on Saturday nights. You know, they would go to Blockbuster, get Street Fighter 2, play it for a little bit, and be like, tired of getting my ass kicked. Let me see what's on TV, and then you see Grandpa Munster, and you're like, I'm gonna call this motherfucker. I want to be a junior vampire. And then it's like you just call somewhere, and it's like, all right, kid, what you gonna do? You're gonna shave your canines until they're very pointy. Now go get your file. Go get the file out of your dad's toolbox.
Grandpa Munster's like, kill your parents. Get the knife out of the kitchen drawer.
Kill your parents. Kill me. Then kill yourself. Blah,
One stab. Two stab.
So here's what you're going to do. You're going to go get a handful of Count Chocula, shove it in your mom's mouth, and then put the duct tape over her mouth and nose. She's going to get it all. No milk.
Your new official Ice-T phone line.
Ice-T had his own too.
Cooling out waiting on you to call me on the ICE hotline.
Here's your chance to connect to Ice-T. Call 1-900-909-1100. Push that button. Dial it now.
Ice-T started it. Mike Jones perfected it.
$2 the first minute, 45 cents each extra minute. Be sure to ask your parents' permission. It's Dev, the new Ice-T.
I want to know.
Make that call.
Call 1-900-909-1100.
I want someone to ask Ice-T how much money he made off of that.
Oh, that's a good question.
Like, I want to know. But, like, did you even break even on that shit? I mean, like, the commercial, it cost you money to air the commercial back then.
Yeah.
It wasn't just like you could put it up as an ad somewhere.
No, I don't know because that looked like it was probably early 90s, and I think Body Count was probably hitting about then. So you had all the fucking rich, you had all the rich white kids that probably fucking called up the 1-800 number. I want to talk to the gangster Ice-T.
But I want to know.
I hope I don't get grounded. Then I couldn't be a gangbanger.
Yeah. But I want to know how much money, if that made any money. Like the psychic hotline, I can understand how they get some suckers.
Yeah.
The 900, like, you know, fat girls on the other end of the phone. I saw that episode of Ricky
I kept
Lake.
them afloat for years.
Well, see, did you ever see that episode of Ricky Lake? Back when she was on, where she was showing the guys that were like addicted to these 900 numbers who they were actually talking to. And these guys are like, oh, yeah, I spend, you know, X amount of $100 on
and they were bringing
and
out
they
the
bring
real
out
voices.
this fucking land whales. They're just like, they're just like waddling over. And then they've got the like sexiest voice. It's like, hi, I'm Nikki. And it's like, no, you ate Nikki. You fucking ate 2 Nickies. And now you're Nikki squared. Get back behind that curtain and call me.
If it was me, I'd have been like, damn, that was
You'd have
better
been
than I
fine.
thought.
Yeah. Now give me that last 10% of that blowjob.
I'm already 90% of the way
I'm
there.
already 90 in. I might as well finish the fucking deal.
Don't want to do it myself.